I wrote one of your biggest hits. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her.
Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand?
See, I want us to get married. Can't you see what you do?
How does a couple go from being the blueprint for loyalty to spiraling into one of the wildest public splits in recent memory? It sounds unreal, but that's exactly what's happening between Remy Ma, Papoose, and Clarissa Shields. What started as quiet rumors has now turned into a full-blown social media storm. We're talking alleged messages, private footage, blurred timelines, and accusations moving faster than Clarissa's jabs. But here's the twist. This wasn't just a scandal. It feels more like emotional warfare. At the center, a woman who waited 6 years for her man, a man playing his next move in silence, and a boxing champ caught right in the blast zone. Let's break down how Black Love's golden couple turned into a cautionary tale the internet can't stop talking about.
Pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. She had a certain individual who she was locked up with. The female, I ain't think nothing of it. So I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with her. I wrote one of your biggest hits. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote.
It started with quiet tension, the kind you feel before it even shows. People noticed something was off. Papoose was quiet. Remy wasn't posting those ride-or-die moments anymore. Then came whispers. Relationship trouble, possible cheating, distance. But what really flipped the table? Rumors started spreading that Papoose had sent a deeply personal video of himself and Clarissa Shields directly to Remy's phone. Not as an apology, not as a mistake. More like a statement. Like he wanted her to see it. Like he wanted to hurt her. The internet lost its mind. Fans were stunned. This was the same man who waited 6 years while she was away. The loyal husband, and now, this? But instead of going quiet, Remy made a move no one expected.
Listen. I know what people care about. That man, he cares about what y'all think. I don't care about what y'all think. Like, unfortunately, not trying to be funny. I appreciate my fans and people that are actually my fans and that love me. You understand? Nothing, because I have my own. I will take somebody who has nothing that treats me right. That's how I got with him. That treats me right. I will take somebody who has nothing that treats me right. Papoose, you have my lawyer's information. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet, I told you I'll pay for it. The fuck? The fuck? I literally told him, every time your current come up says my name or does something that I feel is trying to attack me in any type of way, I'ma drag you. And I haven't even been dragged.
Word spread that someone in Remy's inner circle may have responded by letting that private footage surface. Not in a big public drop. Just enough for the blogs to notice, enough for the whispers to get louder, and for the timeline to light up. And once it did, Clarissa found herself in the middle of it all. Instantly, her name was everywhere, tagged, dragged, and questioned. Some people called her a disruptor, others called her a distraction. But no matter how the narrative spun, she wasn't fading into the background. Instead, she stepped up and took control of the story.
I mean, yeah, it's the elephant in the room. I don't have to say it.
I don't know.
In his personal life.
Oh,
yeah, it's the elephant in the room. Like, yeah. but that takes time. And like I said, that's not my place to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll get handled.
Clarissa didn't flinch. She got online and made her position clear. She and Papoose had been together since August, long after the relationship with Remy had broken down. She wasn't sneaking around. She wasn't hiding. She said it straight. Y'all mad at me for loving a man who said he wasn't loved at home. That hit hard. And then she made it louder, walking the BET Awards red carpet side by side with Papoose like they were already the next power couple. It was bold, it was unapologetic, and it sent a message. But Remy? She wasn't about to sit back and let the headlines crown Clarissa the new queen of anything. She had her own story, and she came with receipts.
Like a hoopty with jumping cables, it won't start. My Webster Ave niggas was eager to let the chrome spark. Doing juxes at the skate key, they from the old Bronx. Don't know what part of Brooklyn you from, but I'm from the cold part. Beef and broccoli Timberlands give you a steel toe stomp.
I kind of was concerned thinking that he's blackmailing her because she's acting different. And he played some audio of him saying that he has videos and tapes and it will come out whenever he wants it to come out. So Pat was like, I called some people behind the scenes, like, yo, check on.
Remy Ma didn't just respond. She took over the conversation. First came the screenshots, alleged messages between Papoose and Claressa that showed flirty conversations, casual meetups, and dates that didn't line up with Pap's version of the truth. Then she went live. For over an hour, breaking down her side brick by brick. She called out Papoose for jealousy, for trying to keep control, for making her feel invisible while she built his image. And here's the twist. She didn't even deny the relationship rumors. Instead, she described them as symptoms of being emotionally neglected, of feeling alone in a marriage that looked perfect from the outside but was falling apart in private. She didn't spill tea. She dropped history. And it hit. But Papoose wasn't going to let her get the last word.
You're glowing, and we know you've been very public with your new love in your life. He's right there. Hi, Papoose.
Papoose, what it do?
How does it feel having your relationship on display now in front of everybody?
Well, I've always been public in my relationships. I was taking a different route with Papoose because he is a celebrity, and I personally told myself I would never date celebrities. He ain't never gonna show y'all his shit.
Okay.
He show y'all mine, but it's one time he almost hit me, and I said, man. but he punched really, really fast and hard, and I'm just happy that he loves the sport like I love boxing. So I don't think I can beat Pap up in a fight, but I also tell him don't play with me.
For years, Papoose was the poster child for patience, loyalty, resilience. But now, he pulled back the curtain. Quietly, he revealed he'd already filed for divorce, months earlier. It wasn't a headline, it was a footnote, until he made it loud. Then he posted a freestyle, raw, poetic, and packed with lines that felt personal. He accused Remy of playing the victim, dodging accountability, and even claimed he had a major hand in her success. Said he wrote much of her biggest work, that he had time-stamped proof. It wasn't just heartbreak, it was legacy, reputation, career. He was flipping the image completely. And while fans tried to make sense of the drama, one tiny voice in the middle of all the noise reminded everyone what really mattered.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. And if you want to keep it a bean, if you want to tell the real story, I was on the whole opposite side from you, and I was just like, yo, I don't want to meet
Just want to know.
At this point, the girl leaked my number.
What? Your actual telephone number?
So at this point, you can give me $1, and I'll come in.
Their daughter, Reminisce Mackenzie, became the unspoken center of the storm. In the middle of all the chaos, she graduated kindergarten. Both parents posted glowing tributes, photos, captions, baby pics. Remy called her my twin, proud and smiling. Papoose wrote, the best hood is fatherhood. And just for a second, the drama paused. Fans remembered why they loved this family in the first place. But peace doesn't last long in a war zone. Because just weeks before that sweet moment, Papoose had accused Remy of skipping Christmas with their daughter to spend time with battle rapper Easy the Block Captain. And Easy, he didn't stay quiet either. He clapped back, adding fuel to the fire. So while Remy and Pap showed up for their daughter, the split was still simmering and about to boil over again.
I kind of was concerned thinking that he's blackmailing her because she's acting different. And he played some audio of him saying that he has videos and tapes and it will come out whenever he wants it to come out.
I've done that shit with girlfriends.
He got tapes. He got tapes. This nigga's on audio saying he got tapes and pictures of you and that he can expose it at any time. I'm concerned I'm gonna want to do something.
Just popped up with this negligee on. I was like, this is gonna happen on a night that I'm extremely tired. But out of nowhere, I just got this boost of energy, you know? And she telling me
more receipts, more screenshots. This time from months ago. A post from Remy herself, claiming Pap fell asleep while on the phone with Clarissa, in their house, with their daughter present. She said she took the screenshot herself, that the disrespect was real, not speculation. Then the messages started leaking. Clarissa calling Pap out, saying he ghosted her, asking him to be honest, telling him she just wanted flowers, attention, a little time, and instead she got silence. Meanwhile, Remy was firing back with shade, mocking Claressa's confidence and appearance, saying, "He would never mess with you." The drama wasn't just current, it was deep-rooted. And Papoose? He looked like he was playing both sides, saying enough to keep Claressa hooked, while leaving just enough wiggle room to avoid blowing things up completely. But at this point, things weren't just messy, they were heavy. Because this wasn't just about two artists falling out, it was about something bigger, something cultural. Remy Ma and Papoose weren't just a couple, they were a symbol of love that survives prison time, of loyalty that outlasts hardship, of Black partnership that doesn't just survive, it thrives. They were goals. The kind of relationship people referenced in songs, memes, captions, the kind that gave hope. So when that image cracked, it wasn't just disappointing. It felt like betrayal, like something sacred broke. Fans weren't just upset about the cheating rumors, they were grieving a dream. Some blamed Remy, some blamed Pap, some said Claressa was wrong, others said she just got caught in the wreckage. But in the end, nobody looked clean. And nobody looked like they'd won. Not in a breakup like this. Now that the smoke's kind of settled, the pieces are still falling. Remy's on vacation, posting sun-kissed photos from the beach, glowing like the drama's 1,000 miles away. Papoose has gone quiet, present, but still. And Claressa, she's owning it, walking red carpets, shooting interviews, responding to shade without breaking a sweat. But the truth is, there's no clean ending to a story like this. There's no reunion special, no closure, just 3 people caught in a public storm while millions watch from behind their phones. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Maybe love doesn't always look like a fairy tale. Maybe it's messy, complicated, hard to explain. Maybe it's real, even when it falls apart. So now it's your turn. What do you think really happened here? Was this retaliation, heartbreak, or just 2 people growing apart in the public eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't hold back. Hit that like button if you stayed locked in, subscribe for more breakdowns like this, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss the next time social media explodes. Because one thing's for sure, this story's not over yet.